Hey all, this is Wild Weather update for the island nation of Igor. Hurricane Igor is closing in from the south-southeast at this point. Hurricane Igor, as of 5 p.m. tonight, had maximum sustained winds of 105 miles per hour with gusts 125 miles per hour, moving off the northwest at 10 miles per hour. Weakened a little bit today with 947 millibars, indicative of some of the dry air that's gotten down in here, but that will be lessening. And if you see this envelope of moisture pushed out in front of it, it's actually going to help strengthen Igor again, perhaps, before making a beeline for Bermuda, which would be a really serious situation for them. In a minute, I'll show you that on the satellite, on the water vapor map. 23.7 north, 61.1 west, and still moving north. Here's Bermuda up here. So as you can see, really speaking, Igor is moving straight for Bermuda. And let's take a look at see about where they want to take Bermuda, Igor in terms of computer models. Here's Igor down here as a Category 2. Bermuda. All the models are in very good agreement that Igor would make a beeline right for Bermuda and basically cross right over the island, perhaps to the left of the island, which would put Bermuda on the strong side of the hurricane, which would be pretty bad. Let's take a look at that water vapor map. And here's the water vapor map that I was telling you about here. Here you can see the eyes going away, and now it's coming back, and you can see right there a pretty good blow up of thunderstorms around the center. But look at the envelope of moisture that Igor is throwing up in front of its path. This reminds me a lot of what happened with Earl, as Earl was pushing up toward the Carolina coast, if you remember. And as it did that, well, this is loading up for a minute. Just hold on just a moment. As it did that, remember, Earl threw the moisture up in front of it. It went through a slight weakening process, and then suddenly, if you remember, Earl really strengthened really quickly. That could be the potential here for Igor. We hope not, but we'll wait and see. That's going to definitely be watched. All this moisture blowing up in this dry air. This looks like a repeat performance of Earl, just further east time. And if you remember, Earl on the southeast side and east side of the circuit also had another tropical system being brought up on the right side of it. If you remember, sure enough, here's what's left of Hurricane Julia, still hurricane, believe it or not. So here's Bermuda again. So if you're in Bermuda tonight, this is your special edition. Definitely want to get all your preparations for the strike of a hurricane to a close and get ready to batten down the hatches. Igor is coming. Let's take a look at that again on another satellite vantage point. Here's his satellite from telecast. The last one was from HimWeather, and all the other detailed tracking was from Weather Underground. Let's give them the credit they need. But here is Igor. Bermuda's up here, moving in that direction, and there's that envelope moisture being pushed up in front. I'm really starting to wonder if maybe Igor has one more strengthening cycle to go through before arriving, and that would indeed be a bad thing. So it's lurking down the road. As I've been talking about, I'm really getting concerned about the Gulf of Mexico. These waters in the eastern Gulf of Mexico toward the Yucatan have been untouched this year, and the pattern to me, like I said last night, I have an inkling something's going to develop in the Gulf. Well, the GF's computer model has been fairly consistent. I know it's out there beyond 288 hours to hour 384, but this is exact thought might be an issue coming up. This is the GFS here, and lo and behold, there's a tropical system right there on the coast of Tampa Bay. And look at all this moisture surging up the east coast. This goes along lines with what I was thinking. It's there, it's been consistent, it's in the long range. Something to watch out for. Alright, again, this is a long range. You don't have to worry about this quite yet, but keep it in the back of your mind for down the road, as the strong jet stream might dig down here and we get something developing down here. Climatologically, this is favorable. This area is very favorable in late September and early October. You can remember hurricanes in the past, strong ones. The last one I remember being a strong one and really hitting this area. If you remember Hurricane Opal. So this is definitely something to watch. It's possible. My friends in Bermuda, get ready, because Igor's coming. Get your preparation there again. Bermuda up there. Get your preparations ready. I know it's weakened down, Igor weakened down to 105 miles per hour, but as you can see, it's throwing this envelope of moisture out in front of it. This is what Earl did, and then Earl, after that, went through a sharp intensification phase, and that could be the possibility here for Hurricane Igor. So again, you're in Bermuda, don't let your guard down. You get your preparations done and get them done tonight, and that way tomorrow, tomorrow and Sunday, when Igor does approach, you'll be ready, and just make sure you had to batten down the hatches. This is wild weather for liveweatherblogs.com.